Hello and welcome. To make this LED flush mount and sconce fixtures, download by going to the website of acuitybrands.com. It's called the Aberdale. You can find here the two lights I'm going to be using. You can download those two from the web. And here it shows the construction. It's made of linen and plastic. Here it shows the data for the lights depending on the color of the fabric, the dimensions. And then once you get it down, you can get started. This one is the sconce. It has the plastic and the trim. So that's this one with the diffuser. To start with, I'm going to change the units to centimeters. And my renderer will be VRay. To start with the sconce, we can make an arc, and the dimensions are 10 centimeters for the radius. The interpolation has to be about 14. Just place it on the top view. Then we're going to make a small rectangle that we'll use for a trim. Place the rectangle on the front view. Make the interpolation 0 and make it 1.2 by 0.4 by 0.4, slight curvature on the edges. On the top view, we're going to make another one 0.7 wide by 0.2 deep. Now we can start by selecting the arc and shift drag to make a copy. We'll use one of this for the trim. If you sweep, select the other arc and extrude about 27.4 centimeters. After this, we can make select a small rectangle back here and extrude it about the same distance. Now I'll just make a copy of this and place one on the left-hand side back here and one on the right side. I'll make a copy of the bottom trim and place it on the top. And that will finish the modeling of the sconce. Now to make the flush mount, you can follow exactly the same procedure. Start by making a circle. The interpolation is 14 again, and the radius is 20 centimeters. That will give it a diameter of 40 centimeters. Make a copy of this circle, and we're going to use one to sweep, using again the small rectangle that we have made previously. The amount of the height is 10.5 centimeters. Remove the caps. Select the other circle and sweep using this small rectangle we have previously made. And we can now make a copy and finalize the model. Now for the diffuser that goes inside the large circle, I'm going to use a geosphere. A geosphere has an advantage that helps it make the very smooth bottom. If you convert this to an editable poly, then you can select the top half polygons and remove them. Then using the tools here, you can change the shape following the example you downloaded on the internet. This piece is going to be very bright white light, so high detail is not important. But if you wish to render it without the light, then obviously you can add a few more details. If you are going to use Turbo Smooth, then add some swift loops to control the size of the curves at the ends of on the perimeters. So there you have it. That's all we need for now. Now let me explain something about the mapping on a cylinder. Every cylinder circumference is about 3 times longer than the diameter of the cylinder. So using this ratio of 3 to the diameter, you can correct the size and the proportion of your map on a cylinder. Here I'm using a square map, like a 20 by 20 or 10 by 10. If I apply this to the cylinder and to this rectangle, you will see that the image stretches all the way from one end to the other. The same thing in this cylinder, it goes from back here all the way around. To correct this, then I'm going to use the ratio of 3. So once you apply a UVW map, you can change the U tile, which is the horizontal tile, to 3. And so the image is now correct. Place VRay IES lights inside the sconce. And then substitute here for the one you downloaded and the number 20. Notice the shape of this icon. If you have IES viewer, you can see the shape of some of these illumination. This means that these 2 long pieces here are supposed to be against the wall. So to turn this around or to correct this, you can go here where it says rotation Z. You type 90, in this case, it will change it to the right direction. Notice here the lumens depend on the temperature and on the fabric you use. So you can change that accordingly. Now let's add some materials. I have downloaded from the internet a brown linen fabric with sort of a good resolution, and you can apply this to all the objects that have the fabric. We also need a piece of plastic. This is just white with a little bit of transparency. And now if you use a VRay2Sided material, we can combine the front side with the material and the back side with the plastic. Don't forget here to turn on the back material and check this on multiply by front diffuse. Then you can apply this only to the area that is transparent. For the diffuser here, we will use a V-Ray light material. You can change the value of the illumination here. If you get this overburn, you can correct this by using a different color mapping method. The one I use is exponential. Although it makes the image a little bit darker, it works very well in eliminating all the overburn. So that's it for now. After you adjust some lights in the room, you can get something like this. And I hope you like it and you could use it. So thanks for watching.